Yeah, mate. This is brought to you by Solo, the eye opener. Now, you port something and you look at something, you think you're looking at every possible angle you can, and then you start looking a bit closer. You start learning things you haven't looked at before. So, I'll start with Husqvarna 372 XP. Try and film this the best way I can. Talking about transfer chambers, and what I always thought was the way they were, but Solo's proven me to be different. Now, the primary chamber is, as far as I can work out, the one closest to the exhaust. It throws the fuel and air back towards the intake, and that's how it starts off, and the secondary's kicking after that. So I've got a ring down there, just there, which shows the pointer. So just there, and this transfer opens up first. So you can see it's the bigger one out of the two. So it just makes sense that that would go in first. Throw it down, the secondary to open up, and more air, fuel would go into the intake area, and that's the way it is. I've always thought that was the way it was. But I've always loved my Solo chainsaws, but I just worked out Solo is different. So there's a Solo. Solo opens up on secondaries first. So this is what the Solo I finger ported it before. This is how I had it running, and it runs really strong and really good. I'm happy with it. But this is where I've got it now. Now I'll talk about that porting work in a sec. It's not finished, just started doing it. This is secondary, and because the weird thing is, it opens first, and the primary opens up after that. So the rings sitting on the secondaries, it opens up first, and this one's second. So you see it got a bigger hole, so it feeds more air in on that side first. So I just thought I'd point that out. So if anyone's got a 90-degree die grinding piece, I'd like to know, can you change the timing on the secondary against the primary and see if there is a difference on the Husqvarna? Because the 690 and 680's got 63 thousandths of an inch squish with no base gasket. I got a pop-up piston for Christmas for a Stihl MSO38. So I had to modify that a little bit, not that much. Here's the piston that came out of it. I just opened it up for the connecting rod or con rod to make it fit, and I had no problems with it. This piston was headed, that's why I'm playing with it. It was cooked, and I cleaned up the Nicosol on these things, nice and hard. So I hit it with Scotch-Brite and sat there and ground all the aluminium in it. But that's because it sucked a gasket on the intake manifold, just there somewhere, and I didn't know about it at the time. But I thought I'd show you, I pointed it out because I thought that I knew what they were doing. So what I'm doing now, there's the intake. I've worked out if you make these things breathe, every saw make them breathe, they work a lot better. So I'll get this bottom dead center. That's bottom dead. Get that straightened up. So I'm going to get air flow through, straight through, so I can get air. So if you can see your ports, you know you're going to get air. Look, I'm screaming through straight in, so I've got to grind that and get it just dead right. So about there. Make sure it's smooth and all that, but I've got to match the other side to this. But yeah, I can't wait to see how efficient this thing is after this. Probably have to go a little bit more, looks like. Yep, just a bit more. But I'm going to keep this part here so I can put the rings in easy. I probably could get rid of it, but I don't need to, I don't think. But I worked out with the stud runner, I need to put an angle on this so the ring's got something to guide themselves into when you put the thing together. But yeah, just a thought. Just look at things in a different way. Everything's not the same. So Solo, I just uploaded a video on their muffler. They must have had some very good engineers, because I was quite amazed when I just found that out. I just looked at it and thought, oh yeah, I know I'm looking at it, but yeah, they're different. So the secretaries do all the hard work. So I just thought that you guys might want to see that's, because I put the big block 372 up against this thing, and the Solo flogs it, and it's got lower compression, it's got more torque. It just, you can feel it. It's just different. No decompression valve. It just flies. So yeah, thought of the week. Thanks guys.